So let's my fade guide on Sunset. We're going to go over defense first. So on defense, you're mainly going to be seeing yourself on mid top or like this A short kind of type area, or A link area. It's generally where you're going to play as fade a lot on defense. There's a couple of eyes you can do for A. You can do one through the window, on the window even as well. It's a bit easy if you bounce it first. You can do one like this as well. This one is one that Derrek uses a lot, and there's also one up here. Okay, if you actually detonate it properly, it doesn't actually mean a whole lot if you don't detonate it properly, but it's better up here, obviously. You can also use prowlers to like fight for this position if you have like players in alleyway with you. You can even call a play for alley, fighting from alley if you want to as well. And that's kind of it for like the initial A stuff. You can go over here as well if you want to be a part of this like elbow play. You would probably have a teammate over here, and you do like 3-2-1s or like double swings, or you do contact play or whatever. And then, you know, if they go away, or sorry, if they go B, then you would probably like prowler through to try and catch anyone lurking over here, and then maybe make away flanking with the two players you included. And then that's kind of it for A. If they do get close, you can do seizes. So this will be smoked. You can do seizes from back here and things. Generally, you're going to be playing from this area. So that's it for defending A. Next is mid. In mid, there's a couple eyes you can do. There's some like in this window, which are pretty good. Nats did one like this as well. So I think that's a pretty decent one. You just want to make sure it doesn't land like in the middle of the roof, basically. You don't want it to land. This is fine, and this is fine, and this is fine. But you don't want it to land in the middle of the roof like this, because it just about won't get people like underneath this. So you want to make sure you're getting everything. So just be wary of that, making sure you do get it at least on like the left, like this edge of the roof, or on the ground. On the ground is also fine. And then we have you can seize as well, actually. And then sometimes when you actually play mid, you might be pushing, so you can do like a prowler like this, sort of catch people in tiles. If you haven't done, so say if you do this one for top mid, you can prowler for tiles and try and get mid control with a teammate or two, and that's pretty good. I will go over ult as well soon. We'll go into like retaking. So next is market as well. There's one or two things to do from market. Once again, you can do the same prowlers. But you just do the prowler and the eye mixed up, or like different, opposite. So aim at the leaves and throw it here. I'm gonna go into the window, and some prowler top mid to take mid now, with a teammate usually or two. You'll be doing that. If they go B and you'll play market, you can do an eye like this. Very rarely will it get shot before it gets a scan, because it goes off very fast. Like you basically throw it and instantly put it down. Faster than that, sorry. That, and then it will tag people and you'll get free kills. It's very unlikely that they'll actually be ready to shoot this. There will be a smoke here as well, hopefully, so you'll just be spraying through smoke. And then from this position you have like seeds with the plant if you want it. And it's also good in post as well if you want to put it up like this. Sorry, like you want to put it like in this position basically. And because what will happen is the orb will stay here and tether people, and then you'll get the info that there's people stairs, because you would have the tethers from here. And also there's the prowler as well, which you can use to check main, or like the close corner. Usually you just check main with it. And that's kind of it for market. And then on B, so on B, I do have one thing that I have on B, which is kind of cool. Obviously you can always prowler this if you want to and stuff like that, like later on in the round, like kind of like mid round, if you want to like do some flanking. Otherwise I do have a little a little eye you can do. So what I do is I just kind of so there will be a barrier here, usually, because I usually do this at the start. So you won't really see these shapes, but basically I'm just like visualizing them in my head when I do it. I want like this sort of like region. It is quite forgiving, so you don't have to worry too much. And then I'm going to aim at like this like little tick. I'm going to aim here. And then I'm just going to walk. Oh, sorry, I'm going to run. Until my crosshair gets to about like this like middle portion here. I think you can actually throw it like on the top bit too, but I'll just show it like this.
Where are you?
And then I missed it.
I'll find you.
So yeah, that's what it should look like. But yeah, I'm stupid. There's also one this way as well. I think it's like you aim about here against the barrier, and then you hold down W and D, or forward and right, and then you can like jump throw and it goes in the window. Yeah, okay, perfect. There's that one too. They're both pretty not easy ones, to be honest. They're both pretty annoying lineups. So, honestly, you wouldn't be really going too much wrong, like too wrong, if you just want to jump throw one in. To be honest, like this, it's so much simpler. So don't worry too much about getting like the perfect ones. This one is probably this one's really good because it does detect mid too. So this one might actually be worth learning. It's also the easy one at the two. This one that lands up here is really strong because like it can be really strong if you're like contesting the space because they have to like look up here. So if you do have someone like peeking this, then it's gonna be really strong because they're gonna not be looking at them to shoot it. And that's kind of it for defense. There is some stuff like retaking. So retaking using your ult is obviously pretty good. I've already talked about B a tiny bit with like the C's and things, retaking, right? On A, you're probably going to find yourself over here. Good. And you can use your pawns from here. Try and get it on top of the roof. And also you can prowler sight really well from CT. So you can get majority of stuff here. You can also prowler elbow. And you're getting one peeking. You can also just reveal it as well, but it's not really that useful. I would usually just reveal sight from shot or A-link. And that's it for defense. I will see you on attack. Okay, so on attack, we'll start over on A. And so the first pathing I'm going to show you is the one that I saw a couple days ago. It's the one I think Derrek uses. It might be different though. I'm not sure. Other people probably use it too. Basically, you're going to parallel this way into alley. And then basically you're going to line up. I think it's about this satellite this way. You can just about see it. And then you aim at this corner. Derrek is doing it a lot more rough than that. But that's how it should look. And then he would never go that way. And he always comes elbow. So that's a good way to play it. That's also really good pathing. The way I personally play it as well is quite similar, actually. Sometimes I'll decide to do, I do this reveal instead. Free throw it through here to get this sort of information all around here. That's what I do instead, and then I'll end up doing the same parallels. He's definitely a lot more. Sorry, you need to make sure you get this corner. I was just on autopilot there. You need to make sure you get this corner and do it a bit better than me. But basically, the reason why I do this is I prefer this area being revealed over like this sort of region. But Derrek's is definitely a lot more time efficient because he's doing like everything at once. Like he can prowler and then instantly be in position to do the eye. And for me, I have to do the eye first. But it's definitely a lot more time consuming. So I think Derrek is probably the better one overall. But yeah, there is that option to do that eye if you want to. Yeah, it's pretty good if you're faking sight. You also don't be afraid to use your ult if you want to take the sight. It's pretty good ult. Fade in general has a really good ult on this map. Next we'll talk about mid. So if you're coming from A to mid, then you can just throw like a reel through the window like this. Generally it will land on the floor. Sometimes it'll land up here. It's very nice if it does. You don't have to worry about too much about getting like a lineup for it or anything. You can also use prowlers to like check top mids. You can do it deeper than this as well. Generally, you can use it to like check the smoke and then walk in the smoke. And then you can also check the left side. So you do it like this, where the smoke will be close to you, and you can check that and then check right side, left side, sorry. And then you can check right side afterwards. And this will give you info of like, should I take any fights here? Like if there's only one player over here, then maybe I can take a fight. If there's only one player here and nothing there, then I can take this fight too. Like it gives you an idea that you can take some fights here. And you can come with teammates as well to like come and bring them over to take those fights too. If you want to go market, the prowlers are really strong here. Really good. You can also ult from this position as well, which a lot of people don't do, but it's a really strong ult here. You know, you fully perked with a big, it's still a really good ult to take this like market space. And it will sometimes tag players that play like in this sort of position here. Then there's also the reveals you can do. You don't have to, usually I would have a reveal here, but I would have used it already. But you can reveal backside here if you haven't used it already. Maybe you have a Sova or something else, Sky, would check that stuff that you've already checked anyway. You can also seize as well. From here as well, which sees like the backside sort of area, but it's not too great anyway. If you've got a prowler left, which you probably will do, you can prowler top mid, or not top mid, sorry, top like CT or like Boba, I think people call it. Yep, and then go over onto B main. So on B main, we've got this pathing. So what you want to do is you want to do this sort of reveal. So this reveal is important, right? Because it's in the corner. So it means that the support player has to kind of push it into main to get it. So if anyone's here, they will get revealed or they have to shoot it themselves, which is very, very nice. And then after that, you're going to be pathing this way and you're going to pro let out. And this usually you would let go quite early because you just want it to like get the cypher trap basically, or tag people backside. You don't really care about controlling it if it's just going to be in a straight line. So don't worry about controlling it very early on. You just want to make sure it goes through the stairs like this, and then we chill him. And then you can usually follow that up with the C's, especially if it catches someone. If it doesn't catch anyone, and the C doesn't catch anyone, you'll probably be pro like this. If you catch the market player or anyone that's walking out the market smoke like this, you'll be able to catch them with the prowler. And then you can also ult as well. The ult is also very much a possibility here. When it comes to pathing onto site, you will probably be one of the ones pathing onto site. You can either go up on stairs like this, contesting CT, play sort of this region, or you can go close like this. It depends on the gun you have. Going close like this usually means you have a judge, maybe even a phantom, depending on like what you're playing against. If they're all vandals, then this might actually be statistically fine compared to other fights because you're closer. But yeah, generally that's kind of how you're going to path. When it comes to obviously like the post plant, as I said, you will be like in these positions, but you can play over here. Usually you would have to have a prowler available to you, or maybe C's, but definitely honestly a prowler is really, really strong in post plants. If you do have a prowler available, then you can play for your life and play in post plant 1v1, that kind of stuff. It can be really, really strong in 1v1s. Although generally you probably wouldn't be playing for that. I wouldn't generally play for it. I would just play on site, unless the situation is getting to that point. Then when I read that, then I will play like that. Next, we're going to go on quickly to the post plant on A because I forgot to do it. And generally on post plant A, you'll be sitting here, and you'll be contesting this position. And what happens is that you can seize over CT if you want to, like this. You generally want to make sure this orb is visible to you, and you want all the orb to be visible to you. Not like this, sorry. This. There you go. And then what will happen is the tethers will go out and you can maybe spray people through the box. You can also do it like this as well, over the top of the box, so you won't get the info, but if there's anyone there, then they're very dead, basically. They're going to be decayed and then sprayed by a phantom. And then on top of that, or vandal, I guess. You can also do a reveal when it comes back over the top onto this roof, which will reveal people on short for your teammates. That's kind of how you're going to play post plant. You generally basically always play from alleyway. It's a really, really strong place to sit. You can also cross over here if you think they're going to be pressuring UCT. You can also use this as like a contact play with a teammate if they're like over here. When you contact like this sort of position, so they'll run out like this, and your teammate, you'll contact them here, and then your teammate will be able to swing contact. That's a really strong play if you know that that's going to be a possibility. And that's it for the guide, I think. I think I got everything. I could have missed something. Surprise, surprise, I missed something. It's Blake's mid lineup for attack. Everyone uses this now. Here's the clip. Let's do Blake's mid lineup for sunset with fade. Come to this corner and aim at the top of this line. Then move up until you reach this line. Jump throw. It's pretty difficult to shoot and reveals most of mid. So yeah, that's it for the guide. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one.